I think it started with how my father used to grow a lot of plants in my house. He's a person who doesn't really like to spend money. So the type of plants that he brings home are usually potted plants that have been discarded by people, or he will pick up plants. So he will uproot in a sense, but not in the way that he's destroying it. He likes to pick up ferns, because ferns are actually parasitic plants, but he likes to take them, he likes to remove ferns from their growing on trees, and then he likes to grow them in his own balcony. And I think ever since then, I have this very unique kind of relationship with plants. The experience of visiting all these nurseries where I shot most of these images, it brings back that kind of memory where my father always brings us to the nurseries. We will be walking through all the trees. The trips to all these nurseries always ends up just like another day out without buying anything. The most fond memory that I had when I was in a nursery was because I was a lot younger. So walking among all these bigger plants and young trees, it felt as though I'm walking into a natural landscape or like a forest, and I like that kind of feeling. I tried to incorporate that kind of memory into this body of work as well. It was actually just right outside the Bangkok University Gallery. Within the campus itself, I noticed there were a lot of trees, and the trees looked very new, and they were all supported by thick metal structures. So that was what first caught my eye. And as I went around the city of Bangkok, I started to notice a lot more. And there were many different types of trees that can be seen in the city, and they were all supported by structures. So that got me started to look at this very interesting situation where trees are being planted in the urban environment. Then I made trips to the Ongkharak region, and I started to develop this photographic series as they grow older and wiser. So the idea was really to present the landscape that is being found in nurseries, which is a very controlled environment, but then to represent them in a view with a composition that allows the audience to think that they are standing before a natural landscape. I think the respect that we have for trees is spread across the world, whereby the kind of love and effort and time being invested into seeing something grow from a seed to a sapling to a young plant to a tree. But for me, unfortunately, I think the idea of just being able to move these trees around, I think there's this very big lack of respect. Everything can be traded, everything can be controlled. And looking at the idea of the plant which is supposed to be found in a natural environment, we put it into a pot. And then after we put it into a pot, we mass produce them. And then we put them into landscaping, and then try to convince ourselves that everything that we have arranged in front of our eyes is supposed to be natural, where in fact it's not. So I like this process that we as humans go through in the process of trying to control. I came up with this title, As They Grow Older and Wiser, to put it in contrast with the kind of thinking that we as humans have, that we think we have over the natural world. So in this case, it would be the plants.